Namaskar. Prayers for your and your family members' health and safety.
Today, we are going to start with chapter number 2 of History. The name of the chapter is Cultural Heritage of India, Traditional Handicrafts and Fine Arts. India is culturally a very rich country. Many arts, crafts, and handicrafts have developed in our country. There are references to 64 different types of arts in our ancient literature. Handicrafts, artwork like weaving, leatherwork, claywork, enamel work, akik work, etc., have developed here. Even drawing, painting, sculpture, architecture, drama, music, etc., have developed here. So, in this chapter, we are going to look at the various examples of handicrafts, arts, crafts that have developed in India and made India culturally rich. Human beings and clay have a very special relationship. The whole life of human beings revolve around clay. So, from the time when human beings are born to the time when they die, clay plays a very important role. So, from cradle to grave, clay has a very important role to play in human's life. Before the invention of metal, clay things were used abundantly. Various clay things like toys, pots, pictures, lamps, claywares, etc., were made. Uh, some clay utensils have been found from the sites of Lothal, Mohenjo-daro, and Harappa also. When we go to the village site, we find clay used for making houses. The walls are plastered with clay. Such houses are known as kubas. Uh, we have got baked clay utensils as well as unbaked clay utensils. The unbaked clay work is known as terracotta work. Different places in India, we have found the remains of old and handmade utensils. For example, in South India, Nagarjun Konda, and in Mehsana district, Gujarat, a place called Lagnaj. At these places, uh, clay work have been unearthed. The next art is that of weaving. The meaning of the word weaving is using threads and making cloth. The process of making cloth is known as weaving. The process of making strings or threads is known as spinning, and spinning is done using cotton or any other fiber. The art of weaving in India has its own style. It is really old, and different places of India have created their own style of weaving. For example, the muslin cloth of Dhaka. This muslin cloth is a very fine cloth that could easily pass through a ring. A sari made up of muslin could be folded many times and adjusted in a small matchbox. Another very famous type of weaving is that of weaving a patola. The northern part of Gujarat has a place called Patan, and here, some 850 years ago, when Solanki dynasty was ruling, a king named Siddharth Jaisingh invited some weavers to Patan. They wove a very beautiful piece of cloth. Today we know it as patola. Patola is also known as bewered ikt. Bewered ikt means double sided weaving. The cloth can be worn on both the sides. There is a Gujarati um, proverb called પડી પટોળે ભાત ફાટે પણ ફીટે નહીં. It means that patola shall never fade even if the cloth may get torn. So such is a beautiful weaving art of patola. Some more famous weaving works in India are found in Gujarat and Rajasthan, where bandhani is made. Then we have saris known by the names of the places like Banarasi sari. Then we have something called Kanjivaram sari. So these are some very famous examples of the rich weaving work of India. When there is weaving, there is also embroidery on the cloth. So the way we have variety of weavings, we have got variety of embroidery work also. The embroidery work of Sindh, Saurashtra, Kutch, Kashmir are very famous. The bandhanis of Jamnagar, Jodhpur, Bhuj and Mandvi in Gujarat has a special style of design. The designs of elephants, puppet, dice, picture, etc. are made on the bandhani. Embroidery is also done on torans, chakra, pillow cover, bed sheets, shak, todalia, kedia, etc. The embroidery work of the Jat community of Banni area of Kutch is unique in itself. Another handicraft that India is famous for is leather work. Leather is the skin of animal. The skin of the animal is used in various ways. For example, it is used to make mashak. Mashak means the bag that carries water. This bag is used to sprinkle water, spray water on the ground. The next use of leather is that of making bellows for the blacksmith in their workshop. Leather is also used in fashion accessories. Like leather is used to make purses, belts, wallets, etc. Then you must have noticed that certain animals are harnessed with things like saddle, all those things. So leather is used for those purposes also. Leather is also used for making drums and dholaks. Leather is used to make whips, saj, lagam, palan. All these things are used to manage and control the horse and other animals. You will find leather work in the mojdi or any shoes or chappals. So this way we find leather in so many things that we use in our everyday life. India is also famous for its diamond work and bead work. Diamond is a precious stone, and beads are also stone which are polished and given shine. Diamonds and beads are used in many places. For example, making jewelry. Then diamonds and precious stones are studded on the thrones and crowns of the king. Diamonds have their name on the basis of color. For example, the green diamond is known as emerald, the red diamond is known as ruby, the yellow diamond is known as topaz, and the blue diamond is known as sapphire. There are many famous diamonds that India has produced. The two very famous are the Kohinoor and the Great Mughal. Beadwork of Gujarat is very prominent. Beads are basically hold stones. Beads are used for making decorative pieces like chakra, indhoni, modhya. Chakra means traditional wall piece. Indhoni is used to carry water pots on head. Modhya is the covering put on the mouth of the cattle. Then beads are used to make hand fans and animal back cover known as jhool in Gujarati. We know that Indians are very fond of ornaments, and then there are various ways in which ornaments are made in India. Enamel work is one such way. This work is used for making gold and silver ornaments. Experts of enamel work are seen especially in Jaipur, Delhi, Lucknow, Varanasi, and Hyderabad. Zari work. Golden and silver threads are woven with cloths, and embroidery is done with gold and silver threads to decorate the clothes. Surat is a prominent place for zari work. Metal work. We know that metal age began after the Stone Age. From the various excavation sites like Lothal, we have found metal works. Metal work includes sickle, drill, needle, etc. Copper, bronze, and brass utensils and idols were also found. Gold and silver are also metals. We know that in India, gold and silver metals are used for making ornaments. Other things made with metal are utensils, idols, pots, statues, weapons, etc. The wooden art of India is also very famous. We know that wood is used in many different places. Like wood is used in making idols, toys for children, wooden pillars, windows, doors, etc. Two places of Gujarat in particular, that is Eider and Sankheda, are very famous for wooden furniture like swings and toys. Inlay work is considered to be very ancient art of India. Indian kings, emperors, rulers, and royal people of that time used to wear ornaments as necklaces, bracelet, crown, ring, nose ring, damni or tiko, etc. All these were studded with gems like diamonds, pearls, and rubies. Artisans were experts in the work of inlay art. Bikaner area of Rajasthan especially is more popular for inlay ornaments. A keek is a kind of precious stone, especially found in the valley areas of the rivers. Carnelian is main stone with semi-transparent quality and beautiful red color. In Gujarat, we find such beautiful stones at Ahmedabad, Rangpur, and Surat. All these stones are then sent to Khambat, and in Khambat, beautiful ornaments are made. Beads and garland of stones are prepared in Khambat.
That is all for this lesson. Thank you very much. Meet you in the next lesson. Till then, may peace be with you.